Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Got some NFL news and updates, of course, for you guys. Starting off first, the injuries. Some injuries in the league. We have, of course, we had Najee Harris tears Achilles. That's one of the injuries. Nick Bosa as well with the ACL tear out for the season 2. Those some season-ending injuries. CeeDee Lamb has an ankle sprain. Now, I think he's probably out for a little bit, maybe a week or two. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how severe the ankle sprain is. It has a high ankle sprain, so we'll see how long he's out. But yeah, it's some injuries, of course, over this course of the few games, of course, starting the season off. So hopefully these guys come back better next season. Najee and of course Bosa and anybody else who had any like season-ending injuries. Khalil Mack had the injury, of course, last week when he had his arm, but they say expected to come back this year because he had a dislocated elbow. So maybe they come back a month from now or something. They had that mug wrapped up and have him go out there to play. Khalil Mack is a very tough individual, a veteran, a future Hall of Famer, of course, one of the best pass rushers of this generation. Went out there and dominated. So yeah, we'll probably see if he comes back. But yeah, been a lot of injuries. Been some injuries, of course, adding up. And also, we've seen a surprise release too. C.J. Gardner-Johnson getting released by the Texans, which is surprising because they traded for him. And then after 3 games, they released him. So maybe he asked for it, or maybe something happened backstage or something. I say backstage. I'm thinking I was watching wrestling. Maybe something happened behind the scenes or something. But I don't know. I don't know if what happened. I have no idea what happened. I haven't seen the full story thing. I remember been seeing like people like saying he can go to this team or that team, but I was surprised by him getting released. So they said that they had friction. It said Texas releasing Super Bowl champs Johnson. It said friction behind the scenes, but they didn't really reveal what that was. So I don't know what happened or with the coaching staff or something going on. So maybe he asked for release, or he said like trade me somewhere else or get me out of here or something. But he'll definitely get picked up by somebody else. He's still a good player, so he'll get picked up somewhere else. But that's still a very surprising move for them to release him. The Texans are struggling. Like I mentioned, probably seen maybe in the thumbnail if I'm talking about teams that are struggling. The Texans are one of the teams that need to get together. They're 0-3 right now. I picked them to win the last 2 weeks, especially this past game against the Jaguars. They should have won that game. But for some reason, CJ Stroud hasn't played too good. I don't know what's going on with him. Last year, his stats. CJ Stroud got his team to the playoffs, of course. His numbers was 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 87 passer rating, which was lower from what he had the previous year, rookie season. 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 100 passer rating, and 4,108 yards. He digressed a little bit, but at the end of the season, he didn't make enough plays to get his team to the playoffs. And once he got in the playoffs, he did play well in that Chargers playoff game. And then the second game in the second round, they fell short a little bit to the Chiefs, not getting to the AFC title game. But this year, I don't know if he's still in that slump a little bit, but so far, he's 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He has 76 passer rating. The last game against the Jaguars, he threw 2 interceptions in that game. And those interceptions come back to haunt you, of course, and you lose the game, of course. So I don't know what's going on with him fully. I don't know what's happening. But he got to get it together. He got to find a way to get it together. I know he have Tank Dell is still Tank Dell, I think, right? Tank Dell, who had the injury, right? Tank Dell. Yeah, Tank Dell, he injured his leg. That was last year, right? So I don't think he'll be back and not this season at all like that, because he tore ACL, MCL, and LCL. So he tore everything in his leg. It seemed like it. So yeah, he won't be coming back this season. So you gotta find a way to get something done. You gotta find a way to make something happen, to get something done. But we also look at, of course, the Giants, another team that gotta get together as well. I think the Cowboys, another team too. I'm gonna get to them in a little bit, but the Giants, they started Jackson Dart. Now Jackson Dart is starting. Like I mentioned on my game picks, you'll probably see it tomorrow. I made the video yesterday, so I can have it already pre-made and stuff. But I was talking about, hey, eventually I throw the rookie out there. I know the O-line is not the best O-line, but the Giants O-line has been good since Eli Manning. So you got to deal with the O-line, find a way to get through it. They need a spark. But now that you put Jackson Dart out there, you can't go back now because you'll hurt the confidence of your quarterback if you like bench him and say, I'm going to go back to a veteran or go back to somebody else, or go to James Winston or somebody. So we'll see exactly what happens. I keep an eye on James Winston too, because James Winston could possibly be moving. The Bengals quarterback play, Jake Browning, not looking too good, turned the ball over a lot. He helped them win the Jaguar game, but he turned the ball over a lot in that game. Then this past game against the Vikings turned the ball over too, and they got blown out 48-10. James Winston might be a guy. I know he turned the ball over, but he do give you some success. He go out there and make some plays for you. And with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, you'll see some crazy numbers. They might put up 2,000 receiving yards. Jamar Chase might have that. James Winston will give him a chance every single time down the field. So you could be monitoring that. Maybe James Winston might be on the move, going somewhere else, going back to the AFC North. But Jackson Dart will be starting against the Chargers for the Giants. So we'll see how that kind of goes. I think he should do solid. I still had the Chargers win that game. They have a tough front, so this is throwing a rookie right into the fire. This is a tough opponent, a team that won 3 straight division games. They beat the Chiefs, they beat the Broncos, and they beat the Raiders like that. So they beat 3 straight division teams in their division. They're 3-0 in the division, 3-0 as a record, and they're playing against the Giants. So I think the Chargers still win this game, but we'll see how Jackson Dart looks. There'll be a lot of eyes on him, of course, in this game. Also, look at, like I mentioned, the Cowboys. The Cowboys are another team that got to get together as well. The Cowboys, they have a good offense. It's the defense, though. The defense can't stop anything. We've seen it, of course, with Russell Wilson. Looked phenomenal that game. You know, the other games Russell Wilson played, he didn't look too good, but he looked phenomenal in that game. Threw 400 yards, of course, but he made a mistake in the end and cost him the game. Of course, the interception he threw up in the air. I don't know if it's a predetermined read or something, but yeah. But also, you look at just the way the Cowboys are kind of like built. They can't get any pressure to the quarterback. Caleb Williams just looked super comfortable back there. He was like had no pressure, no worries. He was just back there sitting there and just delivering every single time. And they went out there and just dominated. And then Dak Prescott turned the ball over a few times, but one of the interceptions was a bounce up one. George Pickens had it, it bounced up and got picked off. And then the other one, he kind of tried to force one. It was like the end of the game, kind of forced it in there. So I won't put those interceptions fully on him because the game was already down a lot, of course. But they got to find a way to get something going because you got to make sure you can stay on par with teams. You got to stay on par with teams. And that CeeDee Lamb play was still crazy. Like, you line them up as a running back. I know you want to find a way to get the ball to your playmakers, but put him as a running back and, you know, it's not any trickery or anything. Like, he, like, motioned out, came in, and then you like did a fake to him and then you threw it to him or something, but he just kind of got the handoff and got jacked up on that play. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Of course, the Cowboys, they have to play the Packers. They're gonna be a tough game. They're gonna be probably one of the most watched games too in a while because you got Micah Parsons returning back to Dallas, and it's Green Bay Packers versus Cowboys. The game is always crazy, and it's Sunday Night Football too, so it's gonna be very interesting to see how that game right there goes. But looking at the NFL, you know, power rankings right now. As you guys know, the Lions got a big win. So I got a feeling they're going to be up higher on this list. But right now we got the Eagles, number 1. The Eagles came back in a victory versus the Rams. And they're 3-0. They're ranked number 1 right now. We got the Buffalo Bills at number 2, 3-0. They have a possibility to be have a good record. They play the Saints next. Then they got some other teams like the Falcons and stuff like that. So they're going to be going through some teams, really. When you look at the Lions moved up 3 spots. They're 3rd. Yesterday was amazing for the Lions. You look at Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles, like the old Sonic Adventure games. I just love Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, you know, those cool games. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic and Knuckles. Remember the game they had, of course, as well, when Knuckles was a little evil. And then it turned out he wasn't evil. He was just trying to protect his Master Emerald and stuff. These guys are the Sonic and Knuckles of the NFL, though. You got David Montgomery with the power, Jamar Gibbs with the finesse and the quickness, and they went out there and dominated. Their stats was crazy. 4 total touchdowns as a running back. You see David Montgomery with 12 carries for 151 yards. He averaged 12 yards per carry. 2 touchdowns as well. Also, Jamar Gibbs had 22 carries for 67 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. And he also had, of course, 5 for 32. And then David Montgomery had 1 catch for 13 yards. Those guys was dominating, of course. Jamar Gibbs had 2 touchdowns, and then, you know, David Montgomery had 2 touchdowns as well, leading the way. They went out there and they dominated. They destroyed the Ravens, of course, especially in that 4th quarter. That big run that David Montgomery had at the end to put the dagger in the Ravens, of course, was big time. Derrick Henry had that fumble. Derrick Henry been fumbling the past few weeks. I don't know what's going on. He kind of fumbled. He threw his helmet down and was mad. Like, he kind of fell over too, fumbled himself. So I don't know. But hopefully he get together. You know, Derrick Henry's a phenomenal player, future Hall of Famer. He'll find a way to get it together, of course. It's just a little struggles early in the season. But the Ravens are 1-2 now. But the Lions right there handle business. They handle business in that game. I picked the Ravens to win. I thought the game would be very close. But the Lions, you know, went out there. The score looked close in the end, but the game was over. At that last touchdown David Montgomery did, the game was over right there. You know, so they was just playing for dignity after that. Chargers number 4. They move up 5 spots. You got the Bucks at number 5. The most gustiest team in the league. Find a way to get it done every single time, every week. Every week is like a crazy victory. They 3-0, but they still feel like the underdog. They always find a way to get it done. They're grimy, they're tough, and they find a way to make it happen. Todd Bowles embodies that, of course, for his team defensively, and then offensively, Baker Mayfield embodies that too as well. And it's been working very well for them. And Mike Ibuka has been very good for them. We had number 6. The Packers moved down 2 spots after losing to the Browns. That was a crazy loss. Big time win for the Browns though. It's still crazy. Raiders moved down 4 spots. They're number 7. You got the Commanders at 8. Marcus Mariota handled business against the Raiders. Went out there, had 200+ yards passing, had a touchdown, I think a few touchdowns in the air, touchdown on the ground, handled business. Colts 3-0. You know, Daniel Jones doing his thing. They have a tough matchup right now. I think the Colts play they play somebody. I forgot who they play this week. I know it's a good game though. Who the Colts play? Let me search it up. Who the Colts play this week? They have the Rams. Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. Colts versus Rams. Gonna be a good game right there. Jonathan Taylor been running crazy. And then Daniel Jones been playing good football too, playing clean football, and I turned the ball over. And when you have a running game that's efficient and an O-line that's solid enough to handle things, of course, it makes it easy for the quarterback. And Daniel Jones is going out there and take what the defense give him. So we'll see if we can continue this up, you know, going forward. Rams number 10, they dropped 3 spots, of course. Chiefs at number 11, still surprising. They still up there. Tyquan Thornton did make some plays though, some big time catches in that game. But Chiefs number 11, I'm still surprised by that. The 49ers number 12. They moved 1 spot, 3-0. Mac Jones won the past 2 games for them. 2-0 right now as a starter. Would have to handle business. The game-winning drive, you know, through the screen pass. Christian McCaffrey break free. They set it up for the field goal and got the victory against the Cardinals, the division opponent, and they sit top of the AFC West. Then you have Seahawks at 13. Back-to-back blowout wins for them. You got the Broncos at 14. Vikings at 15, put up 48 points on the Bengals, and then you got the Steelers. I'm surprised. My Steelers are moved up 4 spots. They're 16. Now, our offense didn't look the best in that game. The Steelers' offense did not look the best that game, but when it mattered most, they found a way to get it done. I seen Dan Orlovsky on ESPN. He said the Steelers should be 0-3, but they're not 0-3, 2-1. And that should tell you something. The Steelers haven't played their best football yet all season. They haven't played the best football on both sides of the ball, but they still have a winning record, and they still sit tied at the top of their division. That tells you what type of team you have, gutsiness. Look at the first week 1 against the Jets. The defense didn't play too good, but their offense played good, and they got the victory. Week 2, they got jacked up by the Seahawks, of course, in that game, but they bounced back in week 3. At one point, it was up 14-0 in the game. Then the Patriots tied the game up and got it close again. But the Patriots had a lot of yards. They had 368 yards, of course, of offense in that game. But they only had 14 points, and the Steelers forced 5 turnovers. It also got 5 sacks as well. And went out there and handled business defensively. And when the offense needed to make a drive, make a play, they made a play. Now, of course, not the best overall offense look or not the best overall defense look for the first 2 weeks, but you're still sitting 2-1. It shows you what you have, of course, in your team. Jaguars 17th spot. You got the Cardinals at 18, the Bears at 19 after a big win in their first win. Ben Johnson the first win as a head coach. Bengals at 20. You got the Panthers at 21, of course. They shut out the Falcons at 30-0. Then you got the Falcons at 22. Texans at 23. Dallas Cowboys at 24, the Browns at 25, the big wings, the Packers, Raiders at 26, Patriots at 27, 28 you got the Jets. The Jets have a lot of tough losses. Now the Bills one that got jacked up, but the one against the Steelers, they lost by 2 points. The one against the Bucks, they lost by the game-winning field goal to the Bucks had. Aaron Glenn had that little meme. He was doing a little dance, of course, depending on the Earth, Wind, and Fire September song. Around it, I seen Boogie Wonderland get played over it. I see a lot of different songs. They put a lot of things over on that little meme that he had, but he thought the game was over right there. But still, the Bucks had time. And Big Mayfield had a game-winning drive and a big-time kick by the kicker. He hit the game-winning field goal with 55 yards, I think, 52 yards or something. Went out there and made a play and got it done. The Jets, the Jets 0-3, but they still feel like they can be competitive enough. I think they can find a way to win. I don't know who they play next, but we'll see. Titans, they're 29th. You got the Giants at 30th, and you got the Dolphins at 31, and then you have the New Orleans Saints dead last. You let a team to put 38 points on you by the second quarter, which is crazy. 37 points in the second quarter allowed is very crazy. And the Saints team just look. When you watch them, now sometimes you have teams that have a little hope around, but okay, it's a little hope there. You watch certain teams, like when you watch the Falcons, you can see the hope there. You can see the hope, of course, with the Panthers and some other teams, of course. Texas, we know Texas is a good team, but I don't know what they're doing right now. But I think they find a way to get it together. But some teams you can see a little hope in. But I cannot see any hope with the Saints. I just can't see it. The Saints just look bad. Just look dreadful watching them. Alvin Kamara, I like Alvin Kamara, but I think he might be maybe ask for a trade. He might need to start over and do some stuff and move something around. I don't know what's going on. The Saints just look bad, very bad. So we'll see what happens. They got to play the Bills this week. It's going to be crazy. They allow like 40-something points to the Seahawks. Imagine what the Bills have to do. Bills have put up 50 points on them, so it'll be something crazy. So we'll see what goes on. But that's all I have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.